Telecaster?
Yeah, the Acoustasonic thing. It doesn't look as cool as it looks in the pictures when you're right in front of it.
Something about that doesn't surprise me.
Fair. Yeah, super fair. Super fair. How you doing, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to the Best of the Week. The date is March
28th,
and it is Sunday, and we've got a hell of a show for you guys. The normal, stupid Best of the Week stuff, and some other stuff that's completely not stupid at all, and then maybe after that, something that might be stupid. So
might be cool, too. Jump right into it.
Best of the Week.
Plimpton, Massachusetts. One of the silliest sounding names of a town I've ever heard.
Dumbest.
Plimpton. That's in the Cape, I assume.
Plimpton, right next to Plymouth.
Anyway, for $200, a Mojotone 2x10 cab with Weber Ferromax speakers.
Hell of a deal.
For $200, for a 2x10 cab with Webers in it, can't really beat that.
Can't beat that.
You know,
No.
Mojotone makes good stuff. Weber makes good stuff. Put it together.
Yeah,
if you were to buy that, you're probably looking at close to $500.
Easy. Yeah, easy. All right, first thing I have from the same area, out in Falmouth, we have a Dan Electro back-talk reverse delay. These are very specific pedals. They made two versions of them, one in the 90s, one in the early 2000s, I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, I actually think they go for about $175. You might think that's high for a Dan Electro pedal, and I think it actually may be a little high for a Dan Electro pedal as well. But that's what it is. They're just like the coolest one-trick pony, and that one trick is really unique reverse delay. So if you like that kind of stuff, and you want to risk it on a Dano pedal for $175, right?
Next one for me out of Boston, kind of high priced at $28.50, but it's a Gibson Memphis ES Les Paul.
Beautiful.
I'm not a big Les Paul guy, but something about these semi-hollow ones, I've always thought they were particularly cool.
Yep.
This one's got all the right stuff with it, you know, certificate of authenticity, all that. The color is Cobra Burst, if that means anything to you.
Sure does.
They made a bunch of different versions of these. Some were gold top, various different colors, humbuckers, P90s, whatever. This one's Cobra Burst with humbuckers.
Yeah.
And $28.50 is well within the going rate of what these are going for.
Yeah.
So, you know, in Gibson, Memphis, that factory they put out some good stuff. So,
next up, out of Sturbridge, Mass, I have a hand-wired Fender Champ clone, 10-inch speaker. It's got an effects loop, which is it's two different settings. One makes it break up way earlier. The other one has a lot more headroom, so you get louder, clean tones. I've got the same exact amp from the same exact guy. Mine was a lot cheaper because he realized he was making really, really good stuff. You should probably charge a little more money for it.
Yep.
I completely vouch for that guy. If you get his stuff and you don't like it, I'll buy it from you.
He puts ads up, and it seems like it goes pretty quickly.
It does, and they should. I met him. He was a super nice guy. He just has time on his hands, likes keeping busy, and just likes making his money back from his parts. So,
yeah,
awesome stuff.
I saw a Viper Champ of his, and I said, "Ooh, I got to email him after work." And then by the time after work came, it was gone.
Yeah.
And should we take a little trip and see what Glenn from Retrograde's been up to?
Absolutely. Let's take a little break down to this old harmony.
I'm Glenn at Retrograde Guitars. The guys at Old Truck asked me to do some pro tips. Just so happens I'm about midway through a restoration on an old Harmony, right up your guys' alley. So we're going to jump in and follow the progress. I'll talk about some of the concepts behind what I'm doing and check in periodically, and we'll follow this thing through till the end, this old house style. So I found this guitar on Reverb. There was never a fingerboard. The binding was crumbling off. The finish practically gone. No pickups, no electronics. So I decided when I was going to restore this that I got to go over the top with it and really make it into something new, make it playable. This isn't one of those cases where it's a really nice vintage guitar that just needs to play well. This thing was dead on arrival. So this is the state we're at now. All haters of pink guitars, you can direct your comments to Old Truck Guitars. And this is where we'll pick it up next week. I got a lot of neck work to do, so that's probably where we'll jump in. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much, Glenn, for doing that.
Part one of hopefully many more.
Yeah.
So.
Out of Canton, Mass, for $200. Fender Pro Junior. This one, what says it's mint. Look at the pictures. This is one of the USA made ones. Pro Junior is awesome. Like a little 12-watt 1x10 combo, volume and tone. Really only sounds good if you have it dimed, but if you have it dimed, it is a really cool sound. So for $200, really hard to beat.
$200 is a really good price for that. It should be more.
Should be.
Yeah.
In fact, there's another one on there right now for $400. So.
And that's a fair price. This is out of Middletown. This is a Farfisa Fast 3 organ. Sometimes you just like buying shit that looks way cool. I've got an old Farfisa, one of the big motherfuckers. I love it. It's cool, man. But this one's really, really nice for $525. That's probably a fair price. Farfisa's known for good stuff. Italian.
I have no idea if that's a fair price or not, but it looks cool.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, it looks cool. Totally. I'm not buying it, but
No, neither am I, but somebody should. I keep doing this. Heritage H150. $1,800 out of Boston, a Heritage H150.
Yeah.
So essentially Heritage's version of a Les Paul. Heritage Guitars, talked a little bit about them last time. Mm-hmm. Second week in a row that they're been featured on the show. This particular one has Seymour Duncan 59 pickups. The top on this thing looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
Really good looking top. I like it's got this sort of real faded burst finish to it. Looks great.
Yeah,
Heritage is doing cool stuff. I appreciate the fact that Heritage is still making arch tops, because it seems like Gibson's kind of given up on that for the time being. This isn't one of those, but that's just a comment on Heritage in general. So
nice to have two Gibsons in the show. When I think. Or Les Pauls especially. I don't think we've maybe ever had two Les Pauls or one Les Paul.
No, I'm not a Les Paul guy.
Neither am I. But those are cool, man.
I don't know. Yeah, they both said something to me this week. So
yeah, I get it. All right, out of Kingston, Rhode Island, we've got a Nash T63 Telecaster. We talked about Nash, I think, last week, right?
Yeah.
Handmade, super awesome guitars that are probably better than Fender. And $1,600.
Second week in a row, yeah, I know. For that price, right? It's hard to beat it.
Yeah.
Nash makes really cool stuff, and you're not necessarily paying the premium that comes along with a name with a Nash. So, if having a Fender logo is important to you, a Nash isn't for you. But if you want a cool sounding, good feeling guitar, that's gonna last you, then a Nash is a great option. So,
and that shit holds a value. It holds its value too.
They do. They do. Been around for a long time, so that says something. So,
that's it. That's it for best of the week.
It for best of the weeks. Worst of the week.
We're on to the worst of the week. This one, it feels like everyone's just posting these left and right lately. Maybe not this particular model, but we've got an Ovation Viper Cutaway out of out of New Hampshire, $625. An Ovation with a cutaway.
And it's got a name that makes it sound like it should be a BC Rich.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. I thought maybe I should lay off Ovation, but I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna start maybe tagging them.
There was an Ovation solid body this week that I said, hey, are those cool? I don't know.
I think I saw that.
But if they're associated, I don't know.
Sorry, Ovation.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody likes you. It's just not me.
Somebody likes you. I bet people who like you watch the show and they think those guys just don't know what they're talking about.
If anybody has an Ovation and likes it, please put in the comments why.
Yeah.
I'm curious. All right.
Worst of the week. You get it
Worst
every
of the
time,
week.
guys.
Time to check out a pedal.
Pedal corner.
So, not doing an overdrive pedal this week. Doing a Electro-Harmonix POG. This is a micro POG polyphonic octave generator. I like this particular version. I think it's got the right feature set with the 3 knobs. They make some with more, some with less. This pedal is cool to be used in 2 ways, in my opinion. Basically, you get your dry signal, you've got your sub-octave and your octave up. That's what each one of those knobs is. So put your dry signal in there nice and strong and dial in just a little bit of the sub and just a little bit of the octave up, almost to the point where you can't really hear the octave. It's more of a feel thing. It makes your guitar sound big and fat and huge. It's the kind of thing that you can notice more when you turn it off rather than when it's on. That's one cool way. Another cool way is to put this thing after, a heavy overdrive pedal, lots of compression, and it can make for a really cool, really great solo tone, actually. And dial in your octaves to taste at that point. But this thing does play well after a heavy overdrive. I particularly like this pedal if you're looking for an octave thing. I tried a number of octave fuzzes before I landed on this, and those are monophonic, so they're good for 1 note at a time. You can't play chords. They don't really do well with bending. The octave doesn't track real well. With this, you can play full chords. You can bend notes. It functions well, regardless of where you're playing on the fretboard. So it does a lot of good stuff. It's not an always on, everyday use kind of pedal, but it's good for a specific thing. So there you go.
That pedal for a long time, right?
I have.
Yeah.
I like it. It's been on my pedal board way more often than it's not been on my pedal board. So
yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we're gonna try something new. This is a store review in 5 questions.
Yeah.
City music in Leominster.
Left a real impression on you, huh?
Yeah, Jesus. It's a store that I actually frequented often. They're wonderful guys, super nice, super helpful.
I have never been there, so I know nothing about this.
Sure.
How was their pedal selection?
Pedal selection's pretty good. Your typical Boss things. It's way huge. But like a full Earthquaker line. So that's nice.
That's cool. Yeah, hard to find that locally.
If you want to go play that weird ass arpeggianoid, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, though, right? At least it's the one that you play a note and then it'll go up and down its scale.
It's like an arpeggiator kind of thing.
It's like an arpeggiator, yeah.
How was their use selection?
Literally almost nothing.
Did they have the strings you were looking for?
They did. DR11s.
How was their ratio of Ibanez to other guitars?
Too many. Too many Ibanez to other guitars.
That might depend. Yeah, some people could say there's not enough.
That's okay. It's our show. We'll make that decision.
Yeah, I get it. What would be the thing to go there for?
You would go there if you wanted to buy a brand new Fender guitar. Telecaster, Stratocaster. They have Venturas, or whatever they're called. Venteras. Yeah, it seems like they have a lot of the fairly new, pretty decent American Fender stuff. So that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. You probably special order what kind of color you want with them, and they have a good relationship like that, I assume.
Nice. So they probably could get you an Acoustasonic Jazzmaster?
Probably. All right. So we want to thank Glenn again from Retrograde Guitars out in Norfolk, Massachusetts.
Absolutely.
We want to thank City Music, even though hopefully they don't watch this, because, I don't know, maybe they do. But if you do, I love you guys. So
I live nowhere near you, so I haven't been there. But
I buy strings regularly from you guys, so that's something. And I don't have to. And that's it.
all right, that's all I got.
Best of the week, everybody. Thanks, Craigslist.
Thank you. Figure out why I didn't record last time.
Yeah. It'll go into a trash folder. If you don't delete the trash folder, delete the recently deleted folder stuff.